Hello, it is June 2nd and I'm going to film a little video of the garden and how it's coming along, what we've done to it. We sure put in a lot of work from how it used to be. It used to be completely rocky ground and we've done a lot with this little space, so I'm really happy about it. I'm going to turn the camera around. Here's our garden. It is 40 by 20. Hey Dundee. Hey. And so here's the outside looking in. I'll go in. It was completely bare, grassy. We had to weed, bring a rototiller in, get rocks out, tons and tons of rocks, pounds and pounds. I mean, so many rocks. So I didn't really have a I sat down and drew out the cattle panels, but I wasn't sure what I was going to do with the ground, so I just planted first and then I did the ground around it, starting with the black landscaping fabric, and then I put the bricks on top of that. These were bricks in our driveway actually that we just repurposed, and then I put the black mulch in between. We need a little bit more mulch, but oh, that gets expensive after a while, so I'm gonna take a break. So over here are tomatoes that I planted in ground for June 2nd. Maybe it's not doing too well, but for moving all the way from Oregon to Tennessee and this being our first garden here, I feel like we did a pretty good job. So we'll see how far these ones go, if they fruit at all. I don't know what's going on, but this one I came in and I think that there was one of those cut bugs I've heard about in the south that just came along and cut it off from the bottom, because there was one on the other side also. But there's another little guy coming up. I'm gonna have to figure out something to do with that. I've put straw in here to kind of help with pests and to keep the melon plants from splitting. These are all melons over here. Here's more little tomatoes coming up. And I've got 5 over here. And then here's some cucumbers that we'll be trellising up. Here is more melon. There's melons on the back, melons on the south part of the garden. That's another melon. And then over here, excuse me, is more cucumber. They're doing pretty good. They look healthy. Here's some more melon. And here's some cucumber. I plan on putting some more black landscaping fabric over back here to prevent the weeds from coming up, so I don't have to keep picking them out. And over here there is a, what is this? It is a blackberry bush. It's supposed to be a blackberry plant, so I don't know what's going to happen with that. Here's some more sugar baby bush watermelon. And there's another watermelon plant. And then the rest over here, well, somehow corn was planted. I don't know how. I must have dropped a seed when I was planting. But the rest, besides the 2 watermelon plants and the corn right here, is okra. So there's an okra plant. More okra. There's a couple different kinds of okra. And then one popped up over here. There's another one here. And then this is a grapevine. Another one we bought. So I'm just thinking that it'll start vining over one of these. And maybe that one will vine over on the other side. So then I believe that's nasturtium that's come up right here. And maybe that's another melon or cucumber, I don't know. I think I planted a pepper back there somewhere too, but I don't know what's going on with my peppers. Oh, actually that's a sunflower plant. So here's a bunch of squash, yellow squash and green squash. In the back, I have a sunflower because those get 6 to 7 feet tall, so I thought it would be really beautiful coming out behind the squash. And then, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 squash plants. And then behind we have some flowers, some nasturtium, and I've planted marigolds. I don't know if they'll pop up. And we've got sunflowers coming up. So it should be pretty. And then in these little cement blocks, I have some more nasturtium and marigold and zinnias and sunflowers, cilantro and chives. Cilantro and chives. And I think that's about it. And then over here, there's radish, which we've already eaten. And we've already taken some arugula. We have arugula and some lettuce, carrots, sugar snap peas. And then here are our potatoes. We just have 2 5-gallon buckets. And then we've got strawberries over here, which we've already eaten off of. Hopefully we'll get some more. And then there's a little sunflower popping up right there. And here's some lavender, and this is Greek oregano right here. And I don't know what this is. I don't know. Maybe it's a weed, but it was vining, and I thought, well, maybe it's a flower. I'm not really too sure. It might be morning glory. I don't know. I'm not really sure. I don't know how that looks. But over here I planted peppers. Lots of peppers. And I know I need to do something with this. I'm going to put bricks around here and push that black landscaping fabric back and try to put something against that edge too. But for now, it's just going to have to do. And I don't see any pepper plants popping up. I got a late start on those. I think I planted them like a week and a half ago. So we'll see. We'll still wait patiently. And then down here, again, that's the first aisle we went down. The tomatoes and melon and cucumber. And then here are my tomatoes that I grew indoors. So we've got different varieties, different heirloom varieties like Aunt Ruby's German Green, Paul Robeson, Dr. Wychie, Brandywines. I think we have a beefsteak. We have a couple cherry tomatoes. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One. So we have 9 right here, and then we have, you know, these ones coming up. And if those don't make it, at least we have 9, 9 other ones. Down here we have corn. I think there's about 16 or so coming up, and I planted a couple more because I wanted to fill in that space. And then over here, there's another sunflower coming up. And we've got zinnias and petunias and marigold. We have echinacea in here. This is where I planted the echinacea though, and I don't really see too much happening. So, I don't know, I'll probably come in and sprinkle some more seed around. Just keep on going. My daughter asked this morning, are we done gardening yet? Are we done? And I said, gardening? You're never finished gardening. You're never done. And then once it starts cooling, you know, you have your cold weather crops to put in. And so this is our June 2022 garden tour. Looking good. There's pepper plants in here. Not doing too good. It's probably a bad choice to plant them in here. I should have brought the soil all the way up. I just ran out and I figured, hey, I'll try. But we do have mushrooms growing in here. I don't know if they're edible. There's another pepper plant that came up. But if they get any bigger, maybe I'll put them over there in ground. Seems to do better in ground over here, for me at least. All right, well that's it until July.